Astro is the first main to receive their own map, which released during the first update, that being the Shelly update. Bassie had a glitch when the Easter event was first released. Her skill check was bigger than her supposed 1 star, in addition of having a 50% skill check chance. Blot's trinket has a sound glitch when failing a skill check. When someone fails a skill check with mind makeup, you can hear a noise of them failing from afar. Bobette was meant to be the first Toon to have 2 5-star stats, that being for skill check and stamina, but many fans didn't like Bobette's stats, wanting higher movement speed instead of skill check. Boxten's interaction with Astro has a deeper meaning to the lore that correlates with his nightmares. There's a note in Boxten's room that talks about his relationship with Astro, which makes him question if Astro even likes him. When using both diary and scrapbook on Brightney, it won't even affect her stealth. It's honestly very ironic how the only trinket to increase stealth doesn't even work on 1-star stealth Toons. The reason for this is diary being percentage based, which makes higher stealth Toons get more value out of it, like they already don't have enough stealth. Amazing game design, am I right? When Toy Kit was reworked, Brusha had a glitch when using it. This caused her ring to grow bigger every time she used her ability. This was only just a visual glitch, as her range for her ring was still the same. When the Christmas Toons were first teased all the way in early January 2025, Rudie, Ginger, and Bobette were shown a few days earlier before the event. Except for one, that being Cole herself. Even if she was teased, she's still pretty much forgotten. Coco's bonbon can actually be obtained from the card select, that being Lost and Found and Blind Grabbed. Connie had a bug when released. She had 50% stamina regeneration for a while, but was later fixed. The reason for this is because Astro's code was used to make Connie due to their similarities. Cosmo was the first side character to be created in Dandy's world, according to Bobette's gossip and the CCTV footage of Sprout. Eclipse's blackout animations are bugged on treadmills, reverting her animations back to normal. The same goes for ice over floors. Eggsson's passive used to not work on treadmills. When the Easter event returned in 2026, Eggsson's passive would finally work on how it's intended. My main concern is, why is this old guy doing treadmills in the first place? Finn's boost from his passive used to have a short delay when the machine is finished. Here's a comparison side by side. This wasn't the case when Finn was first released, as he didn't have any sort of delay. It's very odd how this bug lasted for so long, but now being recently fixed out of nowhere with nothing in the patch notes talking about it, which technically means this bug has been the longest to exist in the game according to my knowledge. Flutter is the only non-main Toon to need 100% research on their twisted counterpart to unlock her. During the release of the Easter event, Flyte's ability had a major bug lasting for a few days. This bug caused Flyte's gust of wind to make him and his teammate lose aggro on Twisteds when entering. When Gigi was first released, she originally had 1-star movement speed. But a few hours into the update, her movement speed was switched for low stamina. when Ginger was first released all the way in January 2025. Her vintage skin had a different hurt face apart from her other skins. The hurt face she had on her vintage was actually unused for Ginger, which was most likely kept on accident. Glisten is the only Toon in the game who can apply it up to himself. That being confusion free, which decreases his extraction speed by -75%. Goob's arms used to not highlight when hovered over with an ability. This would later be fixed when Goob got his optimizations, likely because of his arms not being a part of his old model. Gourdy's trinket can highlight heals in the shop. This wouldn't even be effective if memory lock it wasn't so bad. Looey so far has been the only Toon to be leaked, as one of the developers accidentally had Looey in their inventory before he was released. Pebble on release did not only have a different active ability but also a different passive. That being survival instincts, which on one heart increased her stamina and stealth. This was later removed in the Sprout update, making Pebble more of a reliable distractor. Hey y'all, before going over this fact, I'd like to mention to take it with a grain of salt, as I can't find anything proving it. It is only a speculation I made, so don't take it too seriously. Poppy was the first Toon to be revealed before the release of Dandy's World, as shown in the Meet Poppy video, which released before the game. Razzle Dazzle were meant to get a rework back in 2024, but was later scrapped as a whole. The reason for this is Pro wanting Razzle Dazzle to be a challenge Toon and also keeping their unique gimmick. Ribecca has the least amount of interactions in the game, consisting of 9 in total. That being 2 interactions with Soulvester, Eclipse, and Gourdy, and 1 for Connie, Pebble, and Shelly. Rodger's old title card had a completely different name. Rodger was labeled as a spyglass, but was later changed into magnifying glass. Rudie can jump. Yeah, I could not find anything interesting about this guy that isn't useful or interesting.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyways, if timed correctly, Rudie can jump in on the edge of the stairs. Scrap so far has the most buffs in the game. 2 being ability cooldown decreases, going from 45 seconds to 30 seconds, and lastly, to her usual 25 seconds. 3 being towards her general ability, that being less grappling delay, invincibility frames, and extending the invincibility frames. Lastly, 2 being her ability reacting with machines, that being allowing herself to grapple to them and see the amount of progress on them. After all of the 7 buffs Scraps has received, she is at least a viable Toon, right? Right. Shelly is the only 5-star skill check Toon to not have 1-star stamina. Those being Gigi, Gourdy, and Soulvester, who are unlike Shelly have 5-star skill check but 1-star stamina. When Dandy's World was released, Shrimpo had a 50% skill check chance. It was kept for a couple of days, which I am assuming the intention behind Shrimpo having more skill checks was to make him more challenging, as during that time there were no Toons with 1-star skill check. Soulvester's passive description was different on release, as it was very vague, only telling us one of his passives, that being an extra heart. Soon his other passive would be mentioned, that being immune to ranged attacks that can deal damage. Sprout so far has the most skins in the game, that being 10 in total. Similar to Bassie, Squirm also had a skill check bug. This time, only increasing his skill check chance by 5% for a total of 30%. Teagan was the first ever surprise Toon in Dandy's world, as during the game's release, Shelly, Tisha, Flutter, Sprout, Cosmo, and Glisten were shown, but were never fully released. So, when Teagan would be released in the first update, it would of course be a surprise, as there was no trace of her existence during the launch of the game. Tisha is the only Toon in the game to be nerfed, that being her ability, going from a 33% movement speed buff to a 25% buff. Some people may consider Coco's 10 bonbon limit to be a nerf, but honestly it's more so the community's fault, as they were making questionable things with him. Some would also consider Squirm not being able to use his ability on the machine anymore. I see this more as a glitch, but still can be debated as a nerf. Toodles used to cost 500 I-Core until the Shelly update, which made her 350. Honestly crazy how she would have been the same price as Tisha, plus she doesn't need any requirements. He was the first Toon to get an interaction with the environment. That of course, being me having dialogue with her lore room. Similar to Bassie and Squirm, Yatta also had a skill check bug, again. This time, instead of benefiting her, she got a 20% skill check chance, which is 5% less.